Greetings, Dennis Daniels here. I'm working through the tutorials for Amibroker. It's a great application. It should very powerful and very well supported. Stock tracking or stock analysis tool. I can spell analysis tool. I highly recommend you get it and play with it, which is what I'm doing here, trying to learn it, because there's lots to learn in this. Right now I'm focusing on filters and explorations and how to use them, importance of columns, and I'm walking through the samples. Now what I've done is, from the guide, I have taken a look at the examples here, and I've created some columns in the prior, and now I want to create a new signal, the buy across signal. Now what happens when I do this, when I go and I take that particular chunk of code and I run it, here's the code. I call it buy sell on MACD cross, and I can move that, shrink that a little bit, move that out of the way, and I'm going to use the filter, and I'm going to use the scan, and it comes back and it gives me a report here pretty quickly. In fact, AFL or Amibroker is pretty darn fast. And it's come back with 9,572 signals for buying. Now I want to go to the most recent one, which is ARE. If I double click on that, watch this. It loads it in the background right there, ARE, and it happened on 3/23. So let's go take a look at 3/23, minimize this and that, and watch the dates over here. Okay, I want to go to 3/23. 07. Let's see if I can end. If I hit the end key, it doesn't do anything. Let's try shift end. Shift end doesn't do it. Control N doesn't do it. So I'm going over to 3/23, and that was when I got my buy signal. Now I don't see, there's no display of the buy signal. Let's zoom in a little bit. There's no MACD here. There's no MACD information at all. In fact, if you look at that, it didn't come back with anything. So let's go ahead and just copy paste the whole thing and see what happens to my charts, because my chart's pretty non-existent actually. Minimize that. Oh, bring this back up and Control V, paste that, Control S, and now let's run it. Analysis, and we'll do a scan. Okay, I'm getting some buy and sell signals now here. You'll see that, and the elapsed time is already 6 seconds, 11 seconds, 5 minutes estimated time to completion. So this chunk, the difference between this and that should be significant. Let's see what happens. And I've got some buy and sell signals, and let's go to the most recent AMF. Got a buy signal on AMF. I double click on that, and there's my filter. Let's minimize. Now you can see again, I don't have, there's no chart data, there's no chart being drawn down here. So in terms of the visuals, it's not helping me very much. I'd really like to know what all this stuff is. Oh, it's probably pricing. Let's go zoom in a little bit. I'm using the zoom key, and it's pretty flat actually. Look at that. Zoom in some more. And unfortunately, this, as I zoom in, I'm looking at, I don't know how many days of data. It doesn't tell me. Doesn't tell me how many days are here. unless I roll over it. Okay, 322, 321. Because I'm only using end of day data, of course, it's not going to show all the stuff in between. And I'd really like to know how to turn that pop-up thing off. But there it is. So the filter down here isn't displaying anything. It just tells me when I go here. Nope, that's the formula itself. Save that. Minimize this right here. I've got a whole stack of buy and sell signals for the last 7 years on a variety of stocks. Now you'll see that most of them look like A. They're all in the A category. That's because if I go to Amiquote, it's probably still working. Yeah, I've got 638. I started this download. It's a lot of data, so I don't blame Amibroker or Yahoo at all for being slow. I'm 641 of 7,700. So that's why I'm only getting A stocks, or stocks with the letter A, for buy and sell signals. My question remains is, how do I get my charts to draw down here? That's another tutorial at another time, but again, this goes out to, I want to thank Tomas at Amibroker and Amibroker user group for all of their help, and I highly recommend you take a look at this application. And if you have any tips or tricks of your own, please do not hesitate to contribute. And thanks for watching, and happy computing.